Lesson 76 has two parts. The first part is on division with 3-digit answers, and the second part is on dividing money. Now we've done problems dividing with 2-digit answers. This is just one more step. Now we're going to have a 3-digit answer, so we use our same procedure as before. Let's go ahead and do this division problem here. 642 divided by 3. Well, we just look at the 3. That can go into 6 exactly 2 times. So we say 3 times 2 is 6, and do the subtraction there, bring down a 4. Now 3 can go into 4 one time, so we put a 1 up there. 3 times 1 is 3. Do the subtraction. We have a 2 that we can bring down, so bring that down. 3 goes into 12 exactly 4 times, so we do 3 times 4 is 12. That's a remainder of 0. We have nothing left to work with, so there's our answer. And of course we can always check that. 214 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry 1. 3 times 1 is 1, or 3 plus 1 is 4. And then 3 times 2 is 6. That gets us back to 642. So that helps us know that 214 is the correct answer. Let's do another one. 1461 divided by 5. Let's just look at that. 5 cannot go into 1, but it can go into 14 2 times. So we say 5 times 2 is 10, and subtract and get a 4 there. Bring down the 6. 5 can go into 46 9 times, because 5 times 9 is 45. And then subtract. We have a 1. Bring down that 1, and we have 5 can go into 11 2 times, so that would be 10. And we have a remainder of 1. 292 with a remainder of 1. We can check our work just by doing that multiplication. 292 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 1 is 46. And then we have 14 there. Add the remainder, and we would have 1461, the dividend that we started with. So that tells us 292 remainder 1 is correct. Same steps, dividing with 3-digit answers, with 4-digit answers, with 50-digit answers. Hopefully you won't have to do any problems that have 50-digit answers. But you can see here there's a similar pattern that you go through. It's basically a divide, multiply, subtract, repeat process. Like on B, you say 5 goes into 14. How many times? That's your divide part. Then you multiply 5 times 2. Then you subtract 14 minus 10. And then you repeat. You bring down the next digit. You repeat the process. 5 goes into 46. That's your division. Then you multiply 5 times 9. Then you subtract 46 minus 45. Bring down the next digit. Then you repeat. You just keep doing those. Divide, multiply, subtract, repeat until you run out of digits in your dividend. The second part of this lesson on dividing money, we have $70 divided by 8 there. Now, just so it's not quite so confusing looking, let's just erase that dollar sign, and it has nothing to do with the division, but we do want the decimal places there. So the first thing we should do is put the decimal place in the quotient right above where it is there in the dividend. And let's just start doing our division. 8 can't go into 7, but it can go into 70. That would be 8 times, because 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 9 is 72. That's too high. So we'll put an 8 right here. 8 times 8 is 64. And so we do our subtraction just like always. And then we bring down the next digit just like always. Okay, now we have 8 into 60. 8 goes into 60 7 times, because 8 times 7 is 56. And We go ahead and subtract, bring down the next digit just like always. 8 goes into 40 exactly 5 times. And then we say 8 times 5 is 40, remainder of 0. And we're done. That's our answer right here. We could put a dollar sign in front, $8.75. That's if you divided $70 into 8 groups, each one of them would be $8.75. Now look at that. The only difference in this problem and ones we've done before is this decimal place right here. We just put it in the quotient right above where it was in the dividend, and we did the rest of the division exactly like we've done it before. You can even check your work on a problem like this. We can just say 875 times 8. Don't worry about the decimal place right now. And we have 8 times 5 is 40. 7 times 8 is 56. Add the 4, that'd be 60. 8 times 8 is 64. Add the 6, that would be 70. And then we put the decimal place back in. Got back to our original dividend value. So dividing money, we got a 3-digit answer there, right? An 8, a 7, and a 5. It's just like our practice problem A and B. It's just like all of our other division problems we've done. The only difference is that decimal point that we were working with. And you know, we've used money to help us understand decimal value. So if you just had 8 and a 70.0 and not $70, it'd be the same thing. If you had some decimal number in there that had 2 decimal places, you would divide the exact same way. Line the decimal place that's in the dividend, just put one directly above that in the quotient, and you can't go wrong as far as where the decimal point is supposed to be. Okay, well that's all for lesson 76.